Hi, everyone. My name is Zach Delaney, and I use he, him, or they, them pronouns. And I am one of two co-directors of our Student Office of Sustainability. I'm here today to give you a presentation on sustainability at Pitt. Today, we'll be covering university initiatives, sustainability in academics, and how to get involved on campus. So you're going to be hearing a lot about how our university ingrains sustainability as a long-term and everyday component of our operations, what kinds of coursework exists, and how you can integrate sustainability into your academic programs, and how you can get involved, which there are many ways, including things like research, service, and of course the social side, which includes organizations, a lot of which are affiliated with the Student Office of Sustainability. To start us off with our university initiatives, we're going to go to the Pitt Sustainability Plan, which is a guiding document that was released in January of 2018, and it's one of the biggest sustainability initiatives to go across the campus. It was written and informed by students, staff, and faculty all across the university, and the message that really came out of it was that sustainability for our campus means that we are going to balance equity, economics, and the environment so that current and future generations can thrive, which is one of the leading statements that the Pitt Sustainability Plan made. It overall defined dozens of different goals and provided a clear blueprint to kind of mark our sustainability progress. As stated before, we have this balance of sustainability coming from equity, the environment, and the economy. So we are trying to balance here this concept of social and racial justice and accessibilities, along with environmental justice and the recognition of maintaining and contributing to a safe and healthy environment, along with kind of combining these economic systems to create livable, reasonable, viable, and sustainable communities and world. There are, as I said, there are dozens of different goals, but it's broken down into 3 different thematic areas and 15 different impact areas within those. And these performance and indicators and goals all relate to sustainability in a variety of ways. And in the exploration category, we have focuses on research, academics, teaching, learning, and socially engaging with community and culture, which is a lot of what I do on campus through the Student Office of Sustainability. There's an emphasis on campus and off-campus relationships, focuses on justice, and as you can read the categories below, engagement, equity, access, and things as such. And stewardship is a big focus on our built and natural environments and how we interact with those. Overall, the Pitt Sustainability Plan is designed to improve our accountability and to ensure that as we focus on each of these areas, we are producing a consistently more sustainable Pitt community as we move forward. A great example of stewardship and recognizing our built and natural environment interactions is a rain garden, one of which is right below the Cathedral of Learning. Rain gardens improve our environment by reducing stormwater runoff, which helps to prevent flooding and sewage overflow. This rain garden particularly is also a pollinator garden, and it has bee-friendly pollinator houses in the garden itself, which contributed to part of our Bee Campus USA certification, as a matter of fact, which was pretty much led by students in many ways as the Pollinator Garden Initiative. With the community and culture side, a great example is the Pitt Pantry, which is dedicated, as you can read, to ensuring that students have access to a balanced, nutritious diet. But there's a huge emphasis here on accessibility and also on normalizing getting support where you need it, especially on a college campus where many students don't always have the ability to meet their own needs and might need to rely on outside sources, particularly like a pantry, to ensure that they have access to the nutritious diet that they need. And we partner with Belfield Church, which is right across from Towers. And when we have that partnership that allows us to host our pantry within the church. So we are doing no contact pickup right now, and you can check Facebook or you can email the pantry, which is at pantry@pitt.edu, for future updates if you are interested in that. In terms of recycling and composting, We have single stream recycling all the way across campus, which means that that is all one single stream, no sorting, it all goes into the same bin. And it really has a focus on clean, dry, and empty containers for recycling. And you can see that this recycling graphic right here demonstrates a lot of the items that are recyclable, from metals to papers, specific plastics, and glass. But the emphasis is that they all have to be clean, dry, and empty. We have some reusable programs on campus to reduce our plastic bag use, to reduce our single-use beverage and single-use food containers. And unfortunately, due to the pandemic, a lot of these programs are temporarily suspended. We are not going to be operating the Bring Your Own Mug or Choose to Reuse food container program for this semester. And the posture of the university and the impact of the pandemic on our campus will impact how those programs run in the future. But for the time being, you can certainly bring your own bag to locations on campus where you are going to be purchasing things. I believe you will just have to be bagging your own items, and you cannot have the person who's tending you bag the items whenever you're purchasing them. In terms of reuse and recovery, we have a lot of different programs on campus that help with this. One of the big one is Thriftsburg, which is our thrift store. Thrifting is one of those fundamentally sustainable components because it gives you an opportunity to recover items and ensure that they don't go to a landfill, but it also gives you the opportunity to reuse them and put them to a purpose that allows them to extend past what might have been their typical lifetime. Our thrift store is currently working on a method of allowing students to still maintain the ability to make purchases through the thrift store and to make donations as well. So I would recommend checking their social media, like their Facebook and Instagram, to ensure that you're fully up to date on what their current situation is. A couple of other programs that we have is textile recycling and also Clutter for a Cause. Textile recycling is essentially the opportunity to recycle the textiles that you can't send to a thrift store because they might not be wearable anymore, or they might just be things that typically aren't accepted at thrift stores. For example, like bedding, linen, towels, and things as the such. So if you have something that's not wearable or that's not accepted by a thrift store, definitely consider recycling it, because then you won't have to worry about the impact of that going to the landfill as well. And Clutter for a Cause is another recovery program designed to recover all reusable goods or recyclable goods at the end of the academic year and over the summer. And depending on, again, the pandemic, that will decide how the program is operated, but ideally speaking, it ensures that we can recover up to thousands of pounds of goods that would normally just be sent directly to a landfill if this program did not exist. On the academic side, we have a undergraduate certificate in sustainability. It's open to all of our students, and particularly there are two tracks that exist to assist students from different schools, one for the arts and sciences and one for the engineering. You should contact Dr. Dave Sanchez to get more information if you're interested on incorporating the certificate in sustainability into your coursework. I am doing it, and I'm in one of his classes right now, actually. The certificate requires 18 credits, so it's a little bit bigger than the size of a normal minor. You're going to have 2 required courses, one of which is going to be guaranteed to be project-based, which project-based courses are really popular in sustainability on Pitt's campus because it gives students the ability to initiate, advocate, and use their own agency to identify concerns, issues, or just general needs on campus for sustainability, and then create their own project to make a sustainable solution to whatever that is. In addition to those 2 courses, you're going to have one course that is specific to your school. So if it's engineering, it'll be an engineering course, and if it's arts and sciences, it will be an arts and sciences course. And then you will have 3 of your own electives approved or selected from the approved course list, which is an incredibly diverse list of courses from the English to gender studies to engineering to geology. And there are a large number of sustainability courses that are able to be selected from this list as well. To find more about the certificate, you can go to the Mascaro Center for Sustainable Innovations website and find the details for the undergraduate sustainability certificate and a couple of other certificates that include some sustainable material as well. If you're just looking for courses that have sustainability content to try and increase the amount of sustainability in your coursework without committing directly to a specific major or certificate, you can find courses that have sustainability content using these attribute codes. And again, by going through, choosing courses with sustainability content, or alternatively, looking through here and finding the sustainability courses through these course attributes. There are sustainability focused and sustainability related courses depending on the level of content in the course and how directly related it is to sustainability as a whole. And that course code will definitely be ready for spring of this following year. So whenever you are going to be scheduling your courses for this spring, definitely try and find sustainability attributed codes so that you can get some sustainability courses into your work. The Student Office of Sustainability, as I said, I am one of the 2 co-directors of it. You can find us on Twitter, on Instagram, we have Facebook, and we typically host monthly meetups. We will be doing an extension of a program called Green Greetings, which we started over the last couple of weeks. So we will be trying to incorporate more of those green greetings to engage people in sustainability content and get them to learn more about sustainability on campus. We will be having First Thursday meetups via Zoom on September 3rd is going to be the first one. And then they will continue going on from there the first Thursday of every month. And ideally on the 3rd Thursday of every month, we will also be doing some kind of green greeting to get people engaged in a sustainability topic that relates to campus or even beyond campus as well. Generally speaking, our mission is just to use the resources that we have to improve the quantity and quality of sustainability programming or initiatives on campus through student organizations or otherwise. If you want to learn more about our student organizations, you can go to sustainable.pitt.edu, find the What You Can Do and the Get Active bars, and then you'll see a huge grid that contains the majority of our affiliated organizations. This is constantly being updated with new information and new organizations because we are constantly growing and changing and expanding. But what you'll find here is information on organizations from the Pitt Pantry to the Green Team to Thriftsburg to some of our newer organizations like Indu and some of our older organizations like Free the Planet and Plant to Plate. Some examples of student organizations. We have Food Recovery Heroes, which is a chapter of the Recovery Network. The goal is to fight food waste and hunger by recovering food from campus dining and retail locations and then donating it to ensure that it gets utilized appropriately and does not get wasted, saving almost 50,000 pounds of food since 2014, which is an incredible, just an incredible statistic to be able to say that that has been able to recover that much. Another student initiative is our Bike Cave. It originally started as a method to have a bike co-op on campus and to be able to repair bikes. And not only do they have the ability to teach students how to repair bikes, but they also are selling bikes there now as well. They are working on a appointment basis, so you can find more information for them through the sustainable.pitt website, and they also have an email as well. The goal here is to enliven the biking community on our campus and to advocate for better biking outreach, education, and advocacy, and also act as a resource to let students learn more about biking and how to fix their own bikes. And they are located underneath the Posvar Hall underpass near the yellow statue by Posvar. The Pitt Green Fund is another initiative. It is a student-run board that is funded and gives out roughly $10,000 every year. The goal for the Green Fund is to provide funding for student-led projects and programs that make Pitt more sustainable. The applications are constantly rolling and being reviewed, and a lot of the programs that have been funded through them have For an example, recently the Plant to Plate Garden was able to get funded to build a greenhouse to ensure that they were able to plant crops year round, essentially, through that greenhouse. And there have been many other programs funded through the Green Fund that are able to provide a more sustainable experience to Pitt students. The Office of Pitt Serves is actually where I got my start in sustainability. This office has a focus on the three biggest pillars of sustainability, education, and community development and engagement. And I started in an education program and then eventually transitioned over to sustainability through the Student Office of Sustainability. You can find service opportunities and keep track of your service hours through the Office of Pitt Serves. Another really, really important thing for students, a way to get deep into sustainability and how sustainability applies to students on campus this year, is the Student Green Guide, which we update every single year, and we've just put it onto the sustainable.pitt.edu website. So please visit that to find more information on the sustainability at Pitt and how it can relate to you as a student and what you can do to make your experience more sustainable at Pitt as an individual. Here's our Pitt sustainability team. In terms of our staff members, we have a large number of them and they're constantly growing. A lot of these folks are excellent, and I have worked with just about every single one of them in some way, shape, or form on sustainability on this campus. And then we have some student positions as well, which we're just going to highlight a little bit. We have positions in athletics, dining, facilities, but some really important ones to be aware of that we focus on just about every single year. We have programs through our eco reps, encouraging students that live in residence halls to improve sustainability initiatives through residence halls and on campus. We have our Office of Sustainability interns working in that Office of Sustainability. The Student Office of Sustainability has a council, which is made up of the two co-directors, our program associates, which are people who are paid through the Office of Pitt Serves, an affiliate organization coordinator, and also our Green Fund director. And then we also have an internship position in the Mascaro Center for Sustainable Innovation. Thank you all very much for your time. I am Zach Delaney, as I said before. My email is right here. If you would like to contact me to learn more about the Student Office of Sustainability, you can contact me, or you can send an email to seuss@pitt.edu. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, find us on Facebook, get into contact with us if you have more information. Otherwise, thank you very much.